Hello, welcome back to the channel, Up the Reds TV with me, Andy. So before I start, the formalities, please like, please share, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, this is the post-match. Eintracht Frankfurt 1, Liverpool 5. So after weeks of, shall we say, misery, for the Reds and us supporters alike, we've got back to winning ways, and what a way to do it as well, away in the Champions League against what I would call probably a very poor Frankfurt side from how they, started their season. So it was a good result. It was the best second half that we've had all season. It was polished. Arne Slot picked the right team, and that's what performances should look like for the Reds. He got his formation right as well. I did tweet it looked like a 4-4-2, then I changed my mind. I thought it might be a 4-3-3, but it was a 4-4-2 because of how the team was set up, and it was good. You're not going to see many 4-4-2s being played this season. I think the last time we played that was last season away to Man City, and we came away with a victory on that day. But yeah, so and we get the result. So we stopped this 4 winless game run. So it's a clean sheet. We've got a win under our belts. Yes, it's in the Champions League. Yes, we'd like it if it was in the Premier League, but it is what it is, and we are back on track. So let's look at the game, shall we? First 5 minutes, Eintracht being the home team, they were the better ones, weren't they? They were taking pot shots, getting corners early, and we dealt with it. We really did. We weathered the early storm, and then we settled into the game. 8 minutes, Alexander Isak had a chance. Keeper saves it. He has another chance a minute later. With Sloboszlai putting him through. And we were looking comfortable. We were creating the chances then and getting the corners. 19 minutes, Jeremy Frimpong pulls up with a hammy. I've got to feel sorry for him, but I'll talk about him in when I do the players section a bit later on. So Bradley comes on, and 6 minutes later, what happens? Reds loses the ball high up the pitch on the right-hand side. They do a quick counter break, and the ball ends up on our left-hand side. Robbo should have engaged. He shouldn't have allowed Christensen to shoot. Obviously, it goes under his legs, and it's a good finish. We go 1-0 down. I think that's the 5th game in a row where we've conceded first. But I was looking for a reaction, and it didn't faze the Reds. I thought they were playing good football, all over the park. The relationships that we want to see were really good. 32 minutes, Gakpo does well on the right-hand side, and he puts a ball in for Conor Bradley. He's coming charging in. Do you know what? He does everything right. Heads the ball down. Obviously, keeper goes to his right, and it's only his left arm that keeps the ball out. So it goes for a corner. 34 minutes. Move breaks down for Eintracht. There's nobody in the box. The ball comes straight across. Robbo's got plenty of time. He looks up because they've got so many men forward. He plays a superb pass, which finds Hugo Ekitike, and he takes it in his stride. He goes past the defender with ease, and he finishes well past the keeper. I thought that we saw probably a different side of him in the game about his finishing there. It really, really was a good finish, and obviously, being the type of person he is, going back to his old team, didn't celebrate too much, and neither did the players. 38 minutes, corner from Gakpo, and because we had a succession of corners, didn't we? Corner from Gakpo, and Virgil meets it, and 2-1 for for the Reds, and we had a foothold in the game by then. We really did. We were passing well, we were hunting down in packs. The work rate, man for man, was superb in that first half. 38 minutes, they get a chance, it breaks into the box. They should really have probably equalised, but for the intervention of Conor Bradley with a last-ditch tackle, it was a very, very good block, and we cleared our lines. 44 minutes, another corner. As I said, it was one of many, and this time it was Dom Sloboszlai. He delivers a perfect cross for Konate to bury it, to make it 3. And these are we've not been having good corners in previous games or whatever. I'll touch upon the set pieces in Arne Slot's bit. So half time, 3-1, and the performance was good. Okay, Isak goes off because he's got a bit of a groin problem, and Chiesa comes on before Mo Salah. So 48 minutes, we get a corner. Chiesa volleys over the bar. Well, he volleys it wide rather than over the bar, doesn't he? So 55, Wirtz, we get a free kick. Florian Wirtz takes it, and it was a good free kick because it was on target. The keeper had to do something, and he saves it for the corner. Dom, he's working his socks off in the middle of the park. He's winning balls. He's doing 1-2s. He gets the ball back in the penalty box, and he just scuffs his shot. He's got a shot wide. A couple of minutes later, Bradley's in the box as well, and he has a thunderous shot. The near post, keeper saves it and palms it onto the post, and it comes out. And we're sort of like dominating the game now. So yeah, and 65 minutes, good work by Dom Sloboszlai. He picks the ball up in our half. Well, he wins the tackle. Half turns, and he drives with the ball. His ball carrying was superb, and his passing was brilliant in the game. He finds Wirtz, first time pass into the box, and he finds Gakpo at the back stick, and he makes it 4-1. And that was an assist for him, wasn't it? And it was the players went over to him, giving him the big high fives and whatever, because they know what a quality player he is. 4 minutes later, another Wirtz assist, and this time to Dom Sloboszlai, who fires a low drive from the outside of the box. It was a good finish, and he deserved that. He really did deserve that, because he was having a brilliant game. And then on 74 minutes, Gakpo, Ekitike, Konate are off for Maka, Salah and Gomez. 76 minutes, Mo has a shot straight at the keeper, and then we're in full control. They aren't penetrating us. They can't get through us. They made a load of substitutions. I was surprised he'd left his top strikers or goal scorers on the bench for this one. And 89 minutes, Mo Salah, very tight angle. He should have squared it to Wirtz. Wirtz was in a better position to tap it in, but Mo decided to take the shot straight at the keeper. Again, 90 minutes, Mo again being fed, made the room. Should he have passed to Wirtz? He should have done again, and his shot was wild, really, really wild. It was, I think it's still orbiting that one. And 92 minutes, Chiesa's running down on the left-hand side. Again, he should have passed the ball to Wirtz, and he had a shot, a weak attempt, and ref blows. So, yeah, 5-1 winners. Great performance by the Reds. I like the team that he'd picked. I was only 3 players off, would you believe, from my what I wanted. And we did see Ekitike and Isak on the same pitch, so you know it can work. You know, all this talk about one can't play, you know, or the other one can't play, that's a load of rubbish, that. Your best players can play together. So yeah, Liverpool, 18 shots. I mean, we've got various stats on this. 18 shots, 12 on target to Eintracht's 4. That is domineering a game of football for me. So let's talk about the players. Mamardashvili. He didn't really have much to do. He made the save that was ruled out for offside in the first 2 or 3 minutes. But after that, I thought he was okay. He was commanding enough. His ball distribution was good. Players were wanting to come and take the ball off him. So yeah, Jeremy Frimpong, he started the game really well, you know. And like I said, I feel for him with his hammy. He was really strong. And unfortunately, he picks up that injury. Okay, it's going to, you know, keep him out for about 4 weeks. Probably see him back after the international break in November. But yeah, swift recovery. But Bradley came on and he did fine. He did okay. He did his defensive duties. He had a clean game. He wasn't rushing into tackles. He timed them perfectly, got involved. And he could have had a goal as well if it wasn't the keeper making a great save. Ibou Konate, dare I say it, another solid game from him. And that's 2 on the bounce. I know we lost the game against United, but Ibou was the best one to come out of that with any colours, really. Virgil van Dijk, captain's performance. That's what I was asking for. I'd like to see our captain give a captain's performance, and he did that. I'm not having this rubbish argument that he was like that because he had Robbo to his left-hand side. No, I'm not having it, honestly. So let's get on to Robbo. And by the way, Konate and Virgil, great finishes with the headers. You know, we've got 2 of the tallest defenders in the league, and we should be doing that week in and week out. And yeah, so let's get on to the midfielders, shall we? First of all, let's talk about Curtis Jones. He did really well when he came on. He on against United, but he got his chance last night. And you know what? He had a brilliant game. There's a stat that's saying 122 passes, the most ever since Optastat started in 2003-2004 for the Champions League. 122 passes, the most ever by a Liverpool player. He calmed the game down. He was finding the passes. He was defending well. He was reading the game well. He supported the back four, and going forward, he was running with the ball, positive passes, and he had a great game. He was very close to getting my man of the match. Very, very close. Let's talk about the person who was the man of the match, Dom Sloboszlai. With Curtis playing the role that he did play, I thought Dom Sloboszlai was absolutely outstanding. Absolutely on the ball. I'm going to say something to you guys here. There's a future captain there, you know. Bit like there is. I can see him captaining Liverpool team. He was absolutely brilliant. Had a bit of Gerrard inside him. He really, really was. A bit of Xabi Alonso inside him. Yeah, he really, really was good. And the ball, his passing, I don't know if he ever gave the ball away in the game. But he got my man of the match, and he deserved his goal. His corners were great. He'd have probably took the free kick if Wirtz didn't want it. But yeah, overall, he had a great game, and he had a good relationship on the pitch with Florian Wirtz and with Curtis Jones. That's very important for me, what I saw, and it was really good. And we saw that. On to Wirtz himself. Yes, he went back to his homeland, and he knows the Eintracht Frankfurt team. But he had a very good game. He could have scored if, on a couple of occasions, if his teammates had passed the ball to him. No doubt about that. But I thought that was his best game for Liverpool, and I said in my pre-match video that I want players like him, Jones, to be given a run in the team. We spoke about Chiesa to be given a run in the team. I spoke about Ekitike and Isak playing together. But I thought Florian was really, really good. His passing was good. He was going past players. The only slight was that he lost the ball very high up when they scored their goal. But look, it is what it is. And one bit of caution, I will say, playing Eintracht Frankfurt, who incidentally lost 5-1, won 5-1 and lost 5-1. I think it's the first time a team has been involved in 18, 19, 20, 21 goals, but the scoreline being the same. And yeah, so Florian Wirtz, we're now beginning to see what he's made of, and Arne Slot should be keeping him in the team. Cody Gakpo played really well. He did. He turned up and he delivered. He did his defensive duties, and he was more positive with the ball. I don't know whether it was because Robbo was playing behind him, and Robbo was probably barking orders to him. But yeah, he had a really, really good game, and obviously he got his goal, and he could have added some assists as well. Let's talk about the subs. This will probably be interesting for you. Got Chiesa. I thought he did all right in that 45 minutes. He hunted down. He tried to do things. But yeah, he did his job, and that's what all we ask him to do. Maka came on, didn't he? The game was won when he came on, but he still needed to do what he needs to do. I thought he did. He held the defensive line well. He was only on for 16 minutes or so, but he did fine. Joey came on for Ibu. Joey did fine. That was a good substitution made by Arne Slot. So I'm hoping everything's all right with Konate, and it was just a tactical substitution. So let's talk about Mo Salah, shall we? Okay. So there's a lot of nonsense that's been spoken about Mo Salah after last night's game. Look, you know what my point is about players, okay? And the nonsense, about Mo is to sell him. He's not right. He's not producing the goods anymore. I know that. Any half-decent Red knows that, okay? Do I want Mo Salah to be sold in January? Well, no, because he can't be sold in January because he's at the AFCON. But what I will say is Mo Salah is going through I'm talking football only. Mo Salah is going through a bit of a, what's the right word shall I use? He's off form. Nothing's happening for him on the pitch. Okay. It's his bread and butter on the pitch. And it was the right decision. I asked for Arne Slot to have some balls, not to play him in this game. And it doesn't mean I'm vindicated. That's not the point. The point is that Mo Salah has not been in form, and players that have come on who have done things, have been game changers, or got Liverpool back into a game, deserved the chance to start before him. And the system didn't allow him to play in that game last night. That's for one. So I praise Arne Slot for that. But we all defend Mo Salah. He's given us 8 great years. Okay. People saying he's still suffering from the Diogo Jota. He might well be. He's not liking his old self, but he is, because he's still taking shots. He's still trying to score goals. But what this new system gives us is that we need 11 players all defending in tandem, because the ball's moving quicker. And you saw that last night. They were hunting down in packs. They were not giving Eintracht after they'd scored, any moment to do what they needed with the ball. They were chasing in packs, and when they got the ball, they were moving it quicker, and we were creating chances. And unfortunately, that's not been happening with Mo in recent games, and it's purely on his footballing side. As I said, it's silly for people to tell him that we should be selling him. He's past it or whatever. Only Mo Salah knows if he'll come good again for Liverpool Football Club. And somebody sent me a message at work today saying that he's took stuff off his Instagram about Liverpool and put family pictures on and things like that. Look, honestly, I am not arsed about that. All I'm arsed about is Mo Salah playing for Liverpool and scoring goals and giving assists. And maybe defending a bit now with this new system. I'm not asked about what he's done outside of Liverpool, and then I get, well, he's took the header off football player for Liverpool FC. So what? I'm not really bothered about that. I'm bothered about 11 players playing for Liverpool and giving it their all, and that's it. This is not me not being sympathetic with him, or for that matter, any other player that's going through something similar at the club. This is just me that, look, we've got games of football, and if your mind's not on it, speak to the gaffer. Speak to the gaffer. Mo Salah owes us Liverpool fans absolutely nothing, because he has delivered when other players haven't delivered. So yeah, I'm quite happy for Mo. Would probably start because Isak's been injured or picked up an injury. Mo will probably start against Brentford, and then we'll get the whole cycle going about him again. But look, the manager made a choice, and it was the right choice. We all agree because the scoreline reflects that. Mo had 3 chances, and he didn't take them. And 2 of those he should have passed to a teammate, and the teammate would have scored. So yeah, there you go. That's all it is about Mo Salah. Let's not be making something that it shouldn't be. That's only my opinion. And my opinion is based on the football that I am seeing with my own eyes and not looking at anything else. Certainly not on off-field events. Look, he's going to go to the AFCON in November. So he's going to have a whale of a time with his Egyptian teammates and playing wherever it is. Is it in Morocco or something? So yeah, that's my thoughts on Mo Salah. So from there on, let's talk about Arne Slot, shall we? Obviously, he was happy with the performance. He mentioned the previous games that's what we've been doing. He mentioned that we were getting set pieces and not doing anything with them. Look, we've got Aaron Briggs. He's the set piece coach, and maybe he got his set pieces right with the lads. But we'll never know, will we? But Arne Slot has a habit of mentioning set pieces. I'm not really bothered about the set. I want us to see open goals. We scored 3 goals from open play, didn't we? And that's what you want to see. And if you get a goal from a set piece, it's a bonus. So yeah, he was pleased, but he was just mentioning going back onto, and he also said that, we were creating chances in previous games, and he lauded the referee as well. He said, I wish I could have this referee every week. So make that what you want, Reds. Okay, so yeah, I thought he was all right, the ref, for both teams, if I'm honest with you. Okay, so we obviously play Real Madrid in the next one, and it's going to be at home. Our next game is on Saturday night against Brentford, and we are back to the bread and butter. The bread and butter is the Premier League. So we go there as champions, and we need to give it a performance like we did against Eintracht Frankfurt. And obviously there will be changes in that team. I hope Arne Slot sees what he got out of this team. He got a tune out of them, and majority of them should all be starting for me. But I'll speak to you guys about that tomorrow night in the Brentford preview that'll come out at 7. Right. Please like this video, please share, please subscribe, please give me your thoughts. Am I being too harsh on Mo Salah? I don't think I am, because he's lauded. He's certainly lauded with me. And I hope I've given you a constructive view of my take on Mohamed Salah. Okay, like, share, subscribe. I will speak to you guys tomorrow on the preview. Up the Reds.